Do we want to tell the people what happened on the first one?
Yeah. Well, we had an amazing first interview with each other.
Unreal. Hour and 10 minutes as well.
Hour and 10 minutes of just talking about life, football, and like loads of other things.
Yeah.
And it came off the phone buzzing. We was like, wow, that was amazing. I felt good. You felt good. And
yeah, buzzing.
Go back to listen to it, and it's just like, whoa, there's no audio.
But you know what? It's worked out better because we've come up with a little treat for the people now as well.
Yeah, we won't disclose that right now, but we got a nice little treat at the end.
We'll save that till the end.
You caught my attention with that amazing video you posted.
All right, peeps, it's only me again. I just want to add, because I think it's very important, and I actually forgot to say this, that you know, in a world full of billions of people, it's very easy to feel like you're the only one, especially in times like this. So what I want to say is, let's start using social media and Twitter for good things, for positives, for getting people talking, getting them interacting, get people connecting with each other so they're not sat on their own. So with that being said, even if you don't know me, I know I don't know you, if you're feeling a bit down and you just want to have a chat with someone, just drop me a message. I'm all for it. I'm all about that love. Let's just help each other out. Let's get through this together. And the end will come. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. So if you want to message me, feel free.
So just tell us like a bit of the mind frame that you was in before you recorded that and what made you do it.
Yeah.
And we've had from it since. Like, how's it been?
Right. So first of all, and I said this the other day, but I'll say it again. So up until 7 days ago, no social media whatsoever.
Yeah.
Took a little break from it. It weren't doing me no good. It was playing on my insecurities a little bit. So I stepped away. But I thought, with everything going on with the coronavirus, I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna download Twitter. Never used it before.
Yeah.
I thought I'll give it a go, and I'll use it for like just to check up on news and just sharing positive things.
Yeah.
So I joined it. I was out on my 1 hour exercise walk for the day because you're only allowed one.
You're bad.
You got to follow them rules, ain't you?
We have to. But just to touch on the social media thing,
yeah.
Obviously, a lot of people are really indulged in the social media world now.
Yeah.
For someone that's just really started using it, would you say that it's got benefits and it's got cons as well? Like, do you think
100%, 100%?
Kind of like it contributes to a lot of people's maybe not feeling so good about themselves and rah rah rah. So like, how was life prior to social media? What made you come off it? And
that's a good question. The reason I come off it was because I found myself worrying about what I put up, worrying about what I like, what I post. You know, like thinking like, what are people going to think? I'm weak or I'm stupid for putting up posts about mental health.
You almost feel like it's a reflection of like how you're valued in society a little bit, isn't it?
100%. And you think like, I used to base my emotion on how many likes I got to a post.
Yeah. So,
which is so it's ridiculous because it shouldn't even matter. But I found myself like, if I'd done a post and it got 5 likes, I'd be like fuck, I feel embarrassed about this.
Jumped on Twitter and then you made a video. Yeah. So what behind the video? Did you think it would kind of have the reaction that it had, or?
Honestly, so that video, I was having a bad day at the time. Like I was having a bit of a low day. So I took myself out for a walk and I thought to myself, like, because I started writing a diary, but I hated writing in school and I hate it now as an adult still. Hate it. So I thought I'm going to do a little video that I can just put up, because at the time I only had like 3 people on my Twitter because I'd only been on it 2 days. Okay. So I thought no one's going to see it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like no one's going to see it. It's just for me. So I posted it as almost like a virtual diary. And I posted it and I could not believe my phone just went mental. It just got shared by one person and then it snowballed to the point where like now I've got like over 1,000 messages. I've got like 500 I've not even opened yet from just genuine people that want to talk, want to share their story.
It's amazing.
And then obviously that's how I've come across you guys. I'm a big fan anyway, but you guys have helped me, give me the opportunity to come on and talk about it. And I just think it's mad. It shows you the power of the internet. It's frightening.
Literally, it's so powerful. And when I saw that video, I think it was perfect timing as well, because it was in a position where a lot of people were obviously thinking, what's really going on in society right now? What's actually happening?
It's tough, isn't it? It's tough
Yeah.
times.
A lot of scaremongering, a lot of negative press, a lot of
Yeah.
and I think it's good to have that platform where people can either vent or find out someone they can vent to. Like you said, you've had 1,000 messages. You had 3 followers.
That's what I mean. It's mental. I looked today and it's up to 47,000 views, and it just keeps. And it's one of them things that one person shares it, and then it just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs.
Obviously, touch people in a way where they wanted to share it. People need to hear this. And then on top of the views, you're actually getting active messages where people are seeking out just some type of conversation, because you're probably someone that they feel they can open up to for whatever reason. That gave them that impression, and you've got people reaching out, which is the best thing, because the first step is always talking. Do you know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
I know that you're a strong advocate of like positive mental health for the people.
100%. Yeah.
And I know you've got a story to tell as well. So if you want to just give a brief insight into your background,
yeah, of course,
and where you've come.
Do you know what? I'm more than happy to share it. It's important for me to say that I've not, like, other than a few close friends and family and like professionals, I've never shared this before. So it's a big thing, and the reason I'm doing it is that if it touches one person and it gets one person to talk and to reach out, then it's worth all of the
100%.
Because you're going to get trolls, you're going to get people that don't care, and that's fine. Like, that's my mindset now. I just want to help the people that want to.
Yeah.
So to kind of summarise it, so I didn't have a great childhood. Growing up, I can't use names for obvious reasons, but I can kind of summarise it.
Yeah.
So between the ages of like 8 and 13, I was abused by a family member, and throughout my life, like, I never realised, but it affected me as I grew older. It affected me in so many ways that stopped me from living a life to its fullest.
Yeah.
So, for example, like insecurities, trust, relationships are a massive thing. Like, I find it hard to let people in, and to like open up and talk to people and just be real like this. And I think that stems from, and I've learned this since obviously getting on the road to recovery. I've learned that it's because when you're younger, you obviously, what you grow up around imprints into you as an adult. So growing up around that kind of distrust, and the person who, like, you're supposed to be able to look up to your family and like look after you. And I think because of what happened, it just kind of ingrained into me these negative patterns that I've taken throughout my life. And then go on.
Sorry to interrupt you. Was it a thing of you, like you said, that interrupted like your social behaviour after? Was it something you was always like conscious of yourself, or was it something that you buried so deep it's almost you're doing things out of subconscious, but like always there, or was it just a case of?
Do you know, that's a good question. So at the time, growing up, I didn't realise it was affecting me in any way, shape, or form. Okay. I just thought I've buried it. It didn't happen. I tried to like tell myself, nah, forget about it. It didn't happen. And then I realised, and it's only since I have started really understanding mental health more and understanding myself, that I see the patterns and how it's so clear looking back now in hindsight. It's so clear how it affected me. It's mad when you look back and you look at events in your life, you don't realise until you understand it, like how it affects you, if that makes sense.
100%. So usually, obviously, judging by our conversation today, that it came to a point where you said, you know what, like enough. What there's usually like an event that occurs that makes you say, you know what, whether you wake up one morning, you know, I'm going to change my life around, or an epiphany, like a drop. What happened to make you say, enough's enough, I need to go and get help? You know what I mean?
That's a good question. So it actually weren't that long ago. It was about 2.5 months ago. I let it get, so I've let it build up over the years, and to the point where, like a volcano, it's got to erupt at some point. And it did, and it resulted in me having to go to a mental health facility for 10 days. I spent 10 days there. Like, I'm not proud to say it, but I got to a point where I didn't want to be here anymore. And that was tough. Like, looking back now, it's tough seeing that, like seeing how mental health can bring someone who you never would think would struggle to their knees.
Yeah, and I think it's another good point you touch on. I think a lot of people that do struggle with it will be the people you would least suspect. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Do you know, it's I think I read this quote that, like, you can't win a battle like on your own. Don't matter what war. Like, you look back through history, no war has ever been won by one person. It's like opening up.
Yeah. But you know what, I think it's also like the stigma attached to like opening up as a man as well. Like, not taking
100%.
But as a man, I feel like there's a stigma attached to people that open up. It's almost seen as a weakness. You're not strong enough to handle whatever it is. I think that's the reason why people shy away from opening up, because it's that fear of being laughed at, the fear of being taken advantage of, the fear of coming across and seeming weak. Those fears, and that's why they kind of bury it in, and that's usually why it's the loud. Again, I'm not medically trained.
No.
So this is just what I've observed. But it would usually be the person that seems the most confident, seems the most loudest, seems like he's doing the best, that's actually got the biggest challenges with himself that he's fighting. And he's
100%
confident because he's trying to hide and deflect any type of way for people to see that weakness. You know what I mean? And it's not a weakness, to be honest. It's just a reality. It is. And
do you know what? I can only speak from my own experience. And my experience is, I look back and I used to be ashamed of how I felt and what happened to me as a kid. Like, I used to think if I talked to someone about it, like, I look weak, I don't look like a man, and like, it's like you have that sense of worthlessness.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously we keep talking about the stigma, but it seems like just a lot of the positive things that will help people with mental health seem to have a negative stigma attached. Like, even going to seek help from a professional at a mental health clinic, like, I know the perception I have on it. In my head, I'm thinking they're just going to give me pills and like just leave me in the corner. No one doesn't really care. And it's almost like a place, if I go there, then I know that I've almost given up.
You failed.
Yeah, I failed. Like, I couldn't handle it myself. But so just give us a bit of an insight into how they helped you and how much of a positive influence they had on your rehabilitation in terms of mental health.
So before I got there, I remember, and two of my close friends, I won't say their names, but they took me there the day I got enrolled. Okay. And I remember standing at the entrance to the facility thinking, it's going to be like a loony bin. Like, it's just going to be full of people climbing walls and stuff like that. And I got there and I couldn't have been more wrong if I tried. Like, I met some people, and honestly, mate, it was an eye-opener. I never realised how many people suffer until I went to a place like that, where you're around them and you learn their stories and you learn what's happened to them in their life. And that place, like, literally saved my life. Like, every day, like, so I thought, I didn't know what the structure was going to be, because I have a big thing about routine and structure. And I got there, and it was, so you kind of like, they call them interventions. So every day you have an intervention where you go over something that like one of your issues. So like mine were things like worthlessness, feeling ashamed. You know, like, they address what you need rather than just giving you anything.
Yeah, I can imagine. So it was, I would imagine they had a conversation with you when you first admitted. They got your medical docs or whatever, and the care that's provided is tailored to what you need.
100%. And they literally gave me the tools to be able to understand. The main thing, the biggest thing that they done was they taught me to understand what is going on in my head and why I behave the way I behave and why I feel what I feel. And once you have that, once you understand something, it changes the way you look at it. So I don't look at it anymore as a weakness. Like, I used to think I was so weak for having these things. But now I look at it as a strength, and this is why I have so much respect for people that go through mental health issues. Like, to get up day in, day out, and to get dressed, to go to work, to interact with people, like, that takes so much strength. And I think, like, the people that suffer with mental, I think they're some of the strongest people you'll ever meet, and they don't even realise.
They are, and And that's why we have to highlight stories like yourself, or other people I'm sure will come along with other stories. It shows strength to me, and I feel like it needs to be presented in that way.
100%.
And that's kind of like what we're aiming towards. So that's an amazing story. So obviously they turned your life around, but like we said on our previous interview, there is never no I'm cured now and it's all okay.
Nah, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
It would be amazing, but it's every day you're still working at that.
100%.
So, what gets you through it day by day? Is it just like you said, you have structure, family members, and
do you know, that's a real good question. So there's like 3 things that get me through my day. One of them is routine. I think it's so important to have routine in your life, because it gives you like, so I watched this video like about 6 years ago, and it was a Marine, and the first thing he does when he gets out of bed is he makes his bed. And it's like, you don't realise, so I do that every day now. First thing I do before I do anything, I make my bed, and it's like one task done for the day. And do you know what I mean? And I kind of like plan my day based on what I know I need to do. So routine's a massive one. A even bigger one, and this one is so vital, is communication. I think you've got to talk to people. Like I used to hide everything in, not tell people how I'm feeling, and just struggle on my own. And like now I've got a good core group of people that I can, if I'm having a bad day, I can send them a text, I can give them a call, and I can just talk about it. Because when you talk about something, you break it down and you kind of like take the pressure off a little bit, if that makes sense. And it doesn't matter who it is. It don't matter whether it's a friend, a family, a colleague, a famous person, like whoever it is that gives you that kind of inspiration to open up and talk, you got to keep them, you got to hold them people close. Like big people, they're the unsung heroes, they are.
Yeah, they are the unsung heroes, and that's like true friends, and that's real people of the world. Do you know what I mean?
100%. And then the other one,
I'm happy that you've got a strong circle that you can lean on.
No, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. And the other one, I think, and this one I've only recently really understood, is finding something that fulfills you.
Okay.
So it's quite a broad one, but what I mean, like to me, what it means to me is like, so I used to think to make me happy, I needed money, I needed good things, I needed like the best looking woman on my arm. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And like, so I was constantly chasing that, thinking that's where I'm going to get my happiness. Yeah. But it took me hitting the bottom and like falling apart and being put back together to realise that true happiness is doing something you love, is helping people, 100%. I can't explain. When I get a message from someone that says like, I watched your video and it's really like touched me and inspired me. Yeah. That to me is worth more than any amount of money that someone could give me.
That's everything, because this is what, again, I can only reflect on what I'm doing and what Urfreshtv Sports is doing. Yeah. And that is really the catalyst that drives us every day, is we ultimately want to provide a platform to help people and give them a platform to either voice their opinion, showcase their skills, or something that's for the community. Because I think a lot of things in this world now are attached to price tags, and people want money, and like
100%.
That's not how you give back. That's not how you help people. It's not a case, I've got this platform that will really help you, but I'm going to need you to pay me X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, or pay monthly subscriptions and stuff
like that. We've got enough people within the community that love football that will be able to help each other in different ways, and that's not always being money orientated. Do you know what I mean? And that's one of our strong beliefs here at Urfreshtv. We're just trying to create something to help people
as well. It's like, I think, you know, like people that inspire you as well.
Yeah.
I think that is massive. And if it's all right with you, I wanted to say, like, because there's a couple of people.
Go for it.
Some celebrities, some like general people, and then some close to me. But and I think it's such a big thing. Like when you find someone who inspires you to get to do better and to be the best version you can be.
Yeah.
Them people. So for me, there's a couple. So the main one, if we're talking celebrities.
Yeah.
100% Tyson Fury. Love that bloke. Love him.
Do you know you know what's funny? Yeah. Like when I'm talking to you, and I know I said it in the first one as well.
Yeah. Go on.
I'm gonna say it again because like you genuinely remind me of Tyson Fury. Not like
I'll take that. I'll take that all day.
Like, I would take it as well. I think he's amazing. But like when I'm talking to you, I feel like you've got these characteristics that really remind me of him. Like very, like you're very open.
Yeah.
Yeah, very open, very straightforward. And this is what. And yeah, man, you remind me of him a lot, man.
No, thank you, man. I don't know what it is with him, but he's just when he talks, you just feel like everything he says is from his heart. He don't bullshit. And I just respect that. But the other one, and I think you'll like this one. So when I was in that mental health facility, I obviously had a lot of time in the evening, so I spent a lot of time on YouTube. Okay. So you know this from our previous chat, but I'm a massive Dons fan.
Yeah.
Anything for the Dons, love them. But there's one bloke for the Dons, and like I want to take this opportunity to thank him, like personally. And if there's a way I could like speak to him to thank him, I would absolutely love it. But Big G, that bloke.
What a guy. What a guy.
He's inspired me. So I watch his videos, and there's one video he does, and it's never resonated with me so much, like until I was in that situation I was. And that's when he says about God doesn't give you strength, he gives you opportunity to show how strong you are.
They didn't enjoy this game. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else on a day like this. I don't want to be anywhere else. I want to be in a battle. I prayed for strength when I lost people. And do you know what he said? God says to you, he doesn't give you strength, he gives you opportunity to show how strong you are. Amen. How strong are we, chaps? That's the chance. They've just done it. They've just hit us as hard as they can. Now I'm saying to you, how strong can we be? Oi, how strong? Get the circle closer. We've lost people, chaps. We've been here, man. We've been here. We've been here.
This is familiar.
What, you didn't think we was going to have a hard game? What, you thought they was going to give it to us? Boys, we do it together. We dig in, we show our strength. 3, 2, 1.
I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, he's been a massive inspiration to me over the last, I mean, ever since I knew him, but most recently because of what's happened to me. That bloke's given me so much strength, and he don't even realise how much he helps.
Well, he's definitely going to see this, and I'm sure that he'll reach out.
I hope so.
Yeah, man. Fingers crossed. So that's. So did you say, was there anyone else that you said was inspiring?
The only other one, and this is just a family member. I won't say his name because he will hate me if I bait him out on the internet. Yeah. But my cousin, my older cousin, he's an unbelievable bloke and great footballer. He could have been a good footballer, but he got injured, and then life obviously caught up, and you do your own thing, didn't you? Yeah. Like I don't really have a close family, but my cousin to me, like when you look at people and you see people that are men of honour and like they say they're going to do something, they'll do it. Yeah. They will do anything to help the people they love. Like he's a massive inspiration as well, and I just wanted to get that shout out in. I know he'll hate me for doing it, but.
Oh no! You got to let those people know what, like, because they're just, if not more influential than the other two you've named, just because they're there.
100%.
You know what I mean? Just in general, like, do you play football? Do you have a Sunday team? Did you used to play? What's your history in football?
So yeah, I did used to play. So I'm 31 now, so I struggle running a bath, let alone on a football pitch at the minute. I weren't a bad player. So I used to play Sunday League, and that's why I was so over the moon when you guys approached me, because I love Sunday League.
Yeah.
And mate, I love my Sunday League. I live in Skegness now, so I don't get to come down to watch the Dons as I would love to. I've been seeing before.
What game was that?
It was a couple of seasons ago. I think it was against Kamazi.
Okay. Amazing
and of
atmosphere.
Course, they tore them over. They tore them a new one.
So, who's your favourite Dons player?
Do you know what? We had this conversation before.
We'll put Big G to the side because he's obviously a massive character.
I could take the easy option. I could say Dino. I could say Dolby. I could say Answer. Because I mean, let's be honest, they are ballers. But for me, my favourite player, and I love watching them. And if Donny Jones hears this or JR, he's got to get more game time. He needs to, and that's Kingy. I love King.
Yeah, man, he's a player. Good dribbler.
He's a baller.
Maybe don't see enough of him like you're saying, but yeah, definitely a talented player.
While Dolby's out, Kingy should be up there 100%.
Manager pools.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Love that. What made you get into the Sunday League so heavily? What was it that drew you in? Because obviously you went onto the YouTube, and we all know SC Don's content, like we said before, is second to none. Like their media content is amazing. So was it more the content, or was it just the whole feel of the Sunday League in general? Like, what was it? Because that got me involved. That got you involved with the whole Sunday League thing. I know that you like Lambeth now as well, so you obviously.
Mate, love Lambeth.
Yeah, so I know you got you're in the scene basically. You're someone in the know. But what got you in there? What drew you in? Was it just SE?
Yeah, so it was Don's first of all. I stumbled across them on YouTube when they first started putting it out there. You know, when they were getting spanked every week.
Yeah. A loyal fan.
Mate, and I look at that team, and some of the OGs are still there, and I think that's credit to them. But I followed them since then, and it's actually down to you guys. So if it weren't for your Fresh, I wouldn't have come across Lambeth. Amazing, I think you covered them. You covered them, and I watched them, and I thought, do you know what? Unbelievable side. And then I started looking into them a bit more. And we had this chat the other day, like a couple of their players, like Winja. I think that bloke is so underrated.
Such a good player, man. Such a good player. He does all the dirty stuff, and he gets the job done. Ultimately.
Yeah. I'm watching that game the other day.
But I think he doesn't get enough credit for... No, go on. Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, so just literally what you just said, watching that game the other day when they come... Was it against NLO?
NLO, yeah.
I mean, what a credit. Winger's leadership in that game was second to none. They went in, what were they, 3-2 down or 3-1 down at half-time?
3-2 down at half-time. They went 3-1 down. They got a goal just before second half.
That's it. And then Winger done his bit.
His little speech at half-time. Him and Dawes said their little bit. And then Winger comes out and scores 2 to win it. And it's not the first time that he's scored critical goals like that.
There to be hit, I'm hit. I'm playing people. People are not proactive. People are waiting, then going.
You know what you need to make sure that's doing. See, when you're dropping in, someone needs to be beyond you.
Yeah. I'm only dropping in when we need option.
I'm not saying you're not doing that wrong, but when you're dropping in, there's no one ever behind you.
Yeah, and I agree. And do you know why that is? There is people behind me, but he's been saying it every week. Communication. It's like they expect people to just know their magic. Like people need to talk. I picked 11 people because I've got 11 players. I never come here to play 6 players and 4 when they're ready. You get what I'm saying? But when we play to the whistle as well, please. Play to the whistle.
Maintain quality.
Go on, you're in now. Go on.
No, he's a great player, and I know he'll like me saying this, but that bloke, I said it to him on Twitter, and I think he liked it. I called him. So you remember Pez? Remember Pro Evo Soccer? Mate, that bloke, he's like Adriano. Adriano, isn't he? That left bullet.
You'll love it. His left foot's lethal. But what I would say about Winja is that football aside, he's just a very, very genuine, authentic guy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So we're gonna put some little cup of piggy here so they can see what you're talking about.
I want King, but they're a decent side. They're an unreal. They got so many decent players. We were talking the other day, weren't we?
Boy, listen, they got too many good players, and the players they're gonna be signing, and there's a lot of other teams. It'll be interesting to see if they go over to the OBDSFL.
Mate, that'll be unreal.
That league, it'll turn into like the Premier League of Sunday leagues for the country. Like I'm
definitely. And I love that rivalry they've got. Dons and Lambeth, it's a respect thing as well. You know, like they are the elite. Let's be honest. Them two teams are the elite teams in Sunday League.
I would agree with it. There's a lot of obviously there's a lot of teams that maybe will feel that they should be mentioned alongside them. But if we're being honest, it's them two at the top, and other teams are trying to get into that elite category.
100%. And I would love to see. So when Dons played Lambeth before, I don't think that was like. I mean, again, I'm a Dons fan. I'll back them to the end.
I know.
But that weren't a true reflection on their team. They were missing some key players.
Yeah, definitely. Big G wasn't there, which is obviously a miss.
Dino, Dolby.
But I'm not. Did you see our podcast we did with Winjar, Don Strapsy, and Albie?
I did. Great podcast.
Amazing podcast, and like, thankful that they even come through. But when Don Strapsy said, anyone that puts on a Don shirt represents the Dons.
Yeah.
So just by the man's words himself, it's just like we can't really take any credit away from Lambeth for getting that win, because they can only beat what's in front of them, and they've
100%.
done it in the end. It was 3-0.
They were the better team on the day, 100%. But I would love to see a full strength side. I think that would be an unbelievable game of football.
I think we're going to see it, man. I can't wait. I think we're definitely going to see it at some point.
Me neither. To be fair, we talked about all of them: Albi, Azza, Cads,
all of them.
Ballers.
Is there any other teams that you're aware of outside of them two?
Yeah, so I mean, Kenningwell. Yeah, you'll be interested. So when we do the team, you'll see I've taken my loan signing from Kenningwell.
I bet I know who it is now. I know who it is.
I bet you do as well. Don't say it though. Don't say it. But like, I look at teams like that, and they've got the history that they've got is unrivaled. You can't knock them. They had a bad year last year.
So we was talking about that not Kazillimac game, the NLL game.
Yeah.
With Lambeth, and we spoke before about little Cads in the middle.
Mate, that bloke's unreal.
What a player he is.
Mate, the way for a small bloke, the way he moves about and the way that he dictates that play, he deserves some credit.
He's one of those players similar to like I'm sure there's
like Nad.
Yeah, Nads for like Dons. They won't really make the high like real. They don't really do maybe things that in a 10-second clip are gonna make you say wow. But when you watch them over 90 minutes, how they dictate the play. Yeah, I just wanted to give him a shout out because I really think that he's someone that we already know he's in my team now, isn't it? But yeah,
do you know what? He's on my bench. I'm not gonna lie. He's on my bench. I'll explain why though. I'll explain why when we do the teams. But the other player, and I think this bloke deserves a shout out as well, is Albi.
So I take it he's starting for you then, yeah?
Ah, mate, he's in my back three, 100%.
Oh, you got a back three?
I've just given my formation.
You've got a back three, have you?
I've gone back three, and he 100%. He was my like. I know I'll say it. Like I have got a Don centre back in there as well, but Albi for me was a 100%. He's got to go. That bloke, the way that his composure is second to none.
Yeah, no, he's different. Class.
Just a quick one. Are you changing your team as we go here?
No, I'm getting it. I had it in my head, so I'm putting it down on paper now. And as I'm putting it down, it's like, it's so many hard choices to make.
Mate, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah,
but man. Loads of love to Lambeth. Like, I respect them as a team. I love watching them.
Yeah.
I am Dons through and through. Dons are in my heart.
I can hear it. I can hear it. So I feel like I can predict. I know 3 players that are definitely in your team.
Go on, say them, and I'll tell you if you're right.
Zach Ansell's definitely in your team.
Oh, standard, yeah.
Yeah. Jack O'Dinio's in your team, isn't it?
Yeah. He's in your team as well, isn't he?
No, he ain't. He ain't in my team.
Stop it.
I swear to God. I've never seen him live. I've never ever seen him live. Never.
Listen, the Don. The Dons are coming for you for not putting him in.
I've got a lot of stick for this before, man. I do this.
Go on, who's the other one?
Big G, obviously.
Standard. He's my skipper. Love the bloke.
Yeah, to be honest, putting him as a skipper, you can't go wrong, to be honest.
Nah, 100%.
So, if you want to explain to the people what our game is before some of the other teams might be catching some feelings that we're not mentioning.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I think we better stress the point that we thought we would go the Elite 2 teams. We'd do a 1 to 11 using only Lambeth and SE Dons team to start. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Free subs.
Free
subs, and then as a little spicy little caveat, we said that in your 1 to 11 you're allowed 1 lone player from any team out there.
Jeez, my lone player is solid.
Mate, you ain't ready for mine.
I'm
I'm gonna give this man a massive shout out as well, and I'll tell you why when we do the teams.
Okay, we'll do that. I'm just trying to
How do you want to do it?
Well, in all honesty, I've got 2 positions that I'm still
Okay.
still trying to find out who to put where.
Where are you struggling with?
Well, not left back and right wing. Everyone else is set in stone. My left back.
No, I get that. It's got to be Zizou, isn't it?
It's not Zizou, I don't think.
Who are you thinking?
Oh.
So I
Do you know what?
I struggled with that as well because I was going to do a right back and left back, but I struggled.
What are you playing? You're playing 3-5-2, I take it, or
3-5-2 with wing but it's an attacking 3-5-2.
Okay, cool.
What formation are you going for?
I'm going for 4-3-3.
Interesting. I like it.
Yeah,
So
3-3.
what should we do? Should we do I don't know. How do you want to reveal it? Because can you put it up as like a team?
Oh, wait a...
It's torn.
This is hard.
It is hard. There's too many. Both them teams.
Hard.
If they merged, this team, I think both these teams we're going to make could do a job in the championship easily.
Yeah, and that's another. Remember, I said this on the last show. I was like, the level of players that these 2 particularly. I can name some other teams. But
Yeah, of course.
The level of players they have in their team, they could compete at step 5, no problem, in my opinion. I got a lot of backlash, but I think they could compete at that level and like fight at the top end. But again, that's just my opinion, and a lot of people are probably going to talk about
I agree with you completely. I think they're underrated, and it shows you the strength for Sunday League.
Yeah, 100%. Who can I put on the right? Who should I put on the right?
I mean, I'd stick Kingy out there if I were you.
I know you would.
Do you know what? He's not in my team.
After all that?
I know. I love him, but he's on my bench, though. He is on my bench. Okay. I will say that.
We're allowed 3 subs, right?
Yeah, 3 subs. I'm intrigued by your loan signing. What position is it?
Ooh, my loan signing it's a centre back.
Yeah, mine is as well.
You're lying.
I reckon we've got the same one.
No way. You said Kenilworth, isn't it?
Is yours not Kenilworth?
Mine's not Kenilworth. Are you sure he plays for Kenilworth, this guy?
100%. I won't give it away, but yeah, he definitely does.
Okay. We're nearly there anyway. My brain's just ticking over. There's so many options. That midfield is just...
It's tough, isn't it? It's tough.
I don't know how to get someone in there. There's one person I need to get in there, and it's like...
I could have gone 3 or 4 ways with my midfield, but I went with my heart in the end. I'm not going to lie, so I thought of this last night, and I've been thinking about it all night and all morning, and I've changed my team 3 times.
Yeah, I'm changing my team. I'm changing it.
I'm intrigued.
This ain't easy, man.
Nah, it's not. You're right, brother.
Okay. Okay, let's start with the back. Let's start with the goalkeepers, because I'm pretty sure we're for the same goalkeeper, right?
So I've got Big G as my skipper as well.
See, I got Big G. He's not my skipper, but he's definitely starting in there.
Okay. And you've got a back 4, ain't you?
I've got a back 4. So I'll start with my left back.
Yeah.
Is for Lambeth.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Decent player.
Very, very consistent. Very, very underrated. Very humble. And he can go up and down all day. If I haven't got it right, the name, I'll change it when I do the edit.
Yeah. No worries. What about right back?
My right back is Mali.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm not playing with a right back, but if I was, he was my first choice. Standard.
Mali again, pretty similar to David. Up and down. You can get attacking from him. You get defensive, and he's just too consistent to leave out. And then my 2 centre backs.
Yeah.
I've got Nugsy from Lambeth.
Yeah, good choice.
Proper solid. I really, really like him as a player. And then there's my loan signing from.
Go on. Ooh.
Bolts. I'm not sure if you know about him.
I do. I've seen him, mate. He is a composed centre back. He's a beast as well.
Oh, he's an animal, man. He's an animal. Like, he has
I
to
like
play
that. That's a strong defence. So I'll tell you mine. So I've gone for 3 at the back.
Okay.
I've got Albie on the left side.
Okay.
I've got SK on the right side.
Yeah.
And then my lone signing centre back, he's coming in from Kenningwell, and I want to give this man a proper shout out as well. Yeah, you know. So he sent me a message yesterday, and this shows the type of bloke he is. This isn't why he's in my team anyway. He would have been in either way.
Yeah.
And that's why I said about making this loan rule, because I had to get him in my team because he's a baller.
Yeah.
That's Junior Baker, the man, the myth, the legend.
Big up your chest.
Love him, mate. Love him.
Yeah, honestly, a guy.
I just want to say, right, he sent me a message. You know, after you put that little preview out yesterday?
Yeah.
He sent me a message. He watched my video. He sent me, I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. He sent me his mobile number. And he said, if I ever want to talk, ever want to offload, ring him anytime. And I just thought, do you know what, mate? Legend.
What a guy. Legend. He's actually the definition of legend.
He is.
And,
that's my back three.
He's such a positive. Back three's good. Your back three, it's not as good as my back four, but it's a good back three.
I don't know. See, we're playing attacking football. It seems to me you're like a bit defensive. So Albie's going to be playing that ball out from the back.
So you're...
Go on.
Albie will be playing. Nugs and Bolts, they like to play with it as well. So what's your midfield 5? You can go first with your midfield 5.
I'll do my midfield 5 first. So wide right. So right wing, but it's going to be more attacking. It's Dolby.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, on the left, I'd have Azza out there.
Oh, you got him. I'm so happy you got him out there.
Yeah, but I want them two to play. Like, do you remember the old school Chelsea with Mourinho when you had Duff and Robin? That kind of attacking threat, constant pressure. Constant. That's how I envisaged them playing. And then my midfield 3, and this is the hardest bit.
That was the hardest. I know, that's what I'm fighting with now.
I struggled, and I think my bench will reflect it. So, holding, I'd have Hamilton. Because I think that bloke, he's like Gandalf when he puts his staff down. Like, nothing's getting past him, mate. That bloke's unreal.
Yeah.
Great. He's a great player, isn't he, though? Like, I mean, so he'll be my holding. And then in front of him, I'd have Monts. Because I think Monts and Dino together, popping it about in that midfield's deadly.
Dangerous. That midfield's dangerous. Oh.
Go on, tell me yours.
Go play. Okay, so my midfield 3, and do you know what, man?
I'm intrigued by this. You got Cads in there, definitely, ain't you?
Definitely got Cads in there. I'm just fighting between.
Go on, go with your gut.
I'm gonna go with Cads.
Yeah.
Ham.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have Mike Hill at the top of the
Yeah.
back.
Do you know what? That's a midfield and a half.
Yeah. And do you know what? I was fighting myself because.
Who was you thinking?
Like, I need Lefty in there.
Do you know what? I struggled. I wanted him in there, but I just think his form of late is like when he was at Kenningwell. I feel like he had a bit more freedom. He's a bit restricted at the minute in the way he plays.
And I think maybe I would be being biased in saying that. It's because I know him outside of Sunday football. I've played with him. I've seen him play.
He's class, isn't he?
He's just a class act, like similar to Cats. Sat-nav, like he don't lose the ball. If you want to play possession football, you need someone like Lefty at the base of your midfield.
100%.
Get the ball, but because I've got Cads, it's like
they're very similar, aren't they?
Yeah, they're quite similar, and I've edged it to Cads, maybe more so because I'm trying to base it strictly on what I've seen Sunday League and not what I've seen outside of it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. If
I was to pick my own 11 to go out and play, like Lefty would probably be in there because I rate him that highly.
Mate, both their midfields are tasty.
Oh, it's hard to pick, man. So I've got Ham, Cads, and that's the Lambeth 3. And I know. Purpose. That's the Lambeth 3.
I'm fuming you ain't put Dino in there, if I'm honest.
I haven't seen him play. I keep messaging him saying I can't wait till you're back, because I was so looking forward to seeing him play. Then he got injured, and I know. Big miss. Massive miss. Like, they came out and said they can't. He's irreplaceable, which shows you how much.
It shows when you watch him now. I watch him week in, week out, and I said this to him the other day. Like, they're missing what he does. There's something missing in that midfield, and it's him.
That bit of magic, isn't it? That little bit of magic. Okay, and then obviously this leaves me with my front 3.
Go on, you do yours first, because mine's pretty simple.
Mine's they're just all savages.
Go on. You got Azza up there, ain't you?
Of course, I've got Azza up there. Azza.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, on the left.
On the left. Yeah. But my 3 are very central.
Like chop and change.
Say that again.
So you're gonna let him like interchange?
Say that again.
I want
this to be free. And I got Azza up there. I got Winger up there.
Yeah.
And I got Answer up there.
Yeah, I love that.
If you add all those goals together,
how many?
It's just like you don't have to worry about goals for the season, which is good because Mike he'll be in there.
He's like a little Kevin De Bruyne, isn't he, that bloke?
He is Kevin. He's the son of Kevin De Bruyne, KDB, man.
100%.
So going forward, we're good. I'm happy with my team, bro. I'm happy.
I like it. I like your team. So my front 2. Yeah. I mean, it's a no-brainer, really. And I think, I swear to God, if these 2 played on the same pitch together, I think they would strike fear in the heart of any defender. And that's Answer and Winge together.
Yeah. Savages.
I'd play Answer just off a Winger, because Winger's hold-up plays different level. Different level. Like, you just can't get past him. Like, he's too strong, and he knows how to. And I just think them 2 together, they would just go together. They would just fit. They'd click.
Perfectly. So
they are some deadly teams.
And like,
let's talk subs.
Let's talk subs, man. Wait, before we talk subs.
Yeah.
No, in fact, let's talk subs first. All right.
Okay.
So, you want to go with your subs first?
Yeah, we'll do one at a time each. One reveal each.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'll do mine first. So my first sub is Cads.
Hey.
I was umming and ahhing between him and Montel.
Okay.
But I went with Monts because I think that when you got Hamilton playing holding, I feel like Monts and Dino together, they just pop it about so nicely that I just thought it would gel better. So Cads was my first sub.
Yeah, okay. So my first sub is Albie.
Yeah, good choice.
I just feel that if any of my centre-backs, for whatever reason, couldn't play or got injured, it's another one that kind of is the same level, same type of player. They can play with
100%.
They can defend, they can head, they're strong, they're leaders. And Albie fits the bill. So he could start, but he's number 1 on my bench.
No, I like that. I respect that. And then, do you want to do your second one first?
I'll do my second one first. So my second one is Lefty.
Yeah, good choice. See, he didn't make my team, and I'm gutted about it now.
Yeah.
But I get it. He's class.
It's for the way that I want to play. So my team's going to be playing possession, tiki-taka.
Yeah,
and, like, if for whatever reason Cads gets suspended, he's a bit of a hothead, he can get suspended. To bring Lefty in, it's like
I like that.
It changes in my team, really. We've still got someone to dictate play. And then we got Ham beside them, the big guy, and then we got Max up there doing his thing as well.
That's a tasty midfield, mate. It's tasty. My second sub, it's got to be the main man himself, King. King will get in my squad all day long.
Kingy, okay.
Yeah.
King.
And I can see him coming on because he can play in the centre, he can play on the wing, he can do a job wherever you need him. And I just think he's a great utility player that you can bring on, and you know he's gonna affect the game wherever you put him.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And then, do you want me to share my last one?
Yeah, share your last one with me, mate.
Right. So this one, you probably won't expect this one, but I looked at this one and I thought about it logically, right? So in games like this, these sort of games, when you've got two teams that are elite as that, games get won in midfield, 100%. So when I think of a centre midfielder who is going to battle, who ain't going to pull out of a challenge, who will throw his body on the line, there's only one man that comes into my mind, and that's Don Strapsy. He'd be on my bench.
Oh, yeah, Strapsy,
100%.
I haven't seen him play as well, so that's not a cop-out. That's just me being honest. I haven't seen him play, but I've seen some of the tackles that he's put on the highlight reel, and he seems like someone that don't back. So that's a warrior.
He's the sort of player you need. You need players like that. And I know he won't be offended by me saying this. He's not technically as gifted as the players that we're talking about. But what he lacks in technical ability, he makes up for in heart. Like, that bloke will run through a wall for the Dons.
Yeah, I love that. I
love that. So he gets a place on my bench, and when the game starts getting a bit tough in the middle, I take the lead off him and we let him run and just clatter people.
100%. So this leaves me with my third sub.
Go on, I'm intrigued.
And I'm going.
Oof.
I don't know.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It's so tough, man. But because it's only between two teams, and I've seen more of the other teams. So the Dons that I have selected, I've luckily seen when I covered them, or I've seen them play outside that gets them in. I've gone for Peanut.
Okay, no, I like that. Good player.
Peanut is a very, very gifted player.
Again, underrated.
I think he's rated in the area that people know him, but like in terms of the YouTube world and YouTube football, he's not really known. But that performance he put on against NLL, even though he got injured,
he was dictating the game. Oh, can you hear me?
He was dictating the whole game. The other team couldn't get near him. The skill level, the arrogance, it almost was a bit too easy for him out there. And
100%, I agree with that. I think that's a good shout.
Yeah, I had to throw him in there just to give him a shout out, because players like that with that ability deserve to have some of the limelight. And that's the last video that came out as well, so people can go check it out and see what I'm talking about.
And as a Dons fan, I cannot promote Lambeth enough. You want to go and watch them. If you want to see good football, that they tick it about nicely. I got to give them love where it's deserved.
100%, man. So the Sunday League scene is growing before our eyes, man. And it's people like you that epitomise the type of people we want to kind of touch. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this is mainly so about our community coming together, and we're just using football as the catalyst. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my team up, and then I'm going to put your team up. And we're going to
get a little vote going.
A little vote going. Let's see who likes whose team more. This will be the Urfreshtv team, and then you'll have your what do you want to call your team?
Oh, do you know what? I'm just gonna stick with my heart. I'm gonna kill them. SE Dons.
Okay. SE Dons versus Urfreshtv. We'll see who people vote for. But listen, another amazing chat with you, bro. And like I said,
love it.
I can't thank you enough for coming on and sharing your story.
Listen, thank you for having me, mate. Can I just say to you?
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, massive love for having me on here, because you guys didn't have to, because I ain't no celebrity. I'm just your everyday bloke.
Listen, it's not about celebrities. It's about connecting with our people.
Absolutely, mate. And I respect that. And I'm like, first and foremost, I'm a fan of what you guys do. So keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate that, man. We're trying our best. Thanks, my brother.